Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Ringside Pulse. Today, we are introducing a new segment on Ringside Pulse called Ringside Pulse QHT, Quick Hot Takes. For episode 1, we're talking about the first ever match being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. That is none other than WrestleMania 13's Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin no disqualification submission match. Now, here's why it's a hot take. I know for me personally, I think that there's many other matches that should have preceded this one. But I'm not the powers that be. I don't make those decisions. So, without further ado, guys, first ever match going into the Hall of Fame. Do you think it's worthy of that spot?
I wouldn't say first. Like, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of other. I mean, you talk about the history of wrestling. You're going decades upon decades. There's a lot that could have gone in before, but you know, Austin and Hart were Mania 13 wasn't a bad one. I'll say that it wasn't a bad one.
I agree with Chris, to be honest. As far as like the very first match, probably not, but it does deserve recognition because the clip of Stone Cold with the bloody face, that's where it came from, was that match. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it deserves to be the very first one going in there, but it does deserve credit.
This match so as we all know, this match had a couple main points to it. There was a certain couple things that happened in this match that changed direction for a lot of things. You know, you got the double the double turn with Hart going from face to heel, Austin going from heel to face. Austin's declaration as the toughest SOB by passing out in the sharpshooter instead of tapping, due to the blood. That's that classic image of what you just said, with the blood down his face, screaming into the camera. It's an iconic shot in wrestling. The match itself was very brutal, I think, for both. But it changed. It was kind of like one of those matches at that time that was like the landscape was changing. We were breaking away from the traditional BS and happy-go-lucky WWF at the time family programming to now we're going to get a little bit more gritty, a little more blood and guts, a little bit more vile kind of attitude, hence Attitude Era.
For me, it's like I said, so I would say that there are a handful of different matches that should have gone in. Me personally, I know I'm probably going to catch heat for it because, as I've mentioned before, if you guys have paid attention, my two GOATs, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, to me, the absolute best WrestleMania match in history was Shawn versus Taker 1 at WrestleMania 25. That being said, I understand why this match is getting its flowers. They're, again, like these two, not to beat a dead horse here, you've already heard it, but as they both said, you have that iconic shot that is famous with Stone Cold, with the blood coming down his head. And he didn't tap during that match. They said that he passed out. There was that. There was also Bret Hart wanting to innovate and try new things. He, for the very first time, decided to try out his signature submission, the sharpshooter, on the ring post. He had never done that before. You have to think too, like, there was a double turn that happened that night. Both these guys walked in one way and walked out another. I mean, Bret Hart at one point was a white hot baby face. Stone Cold was a absolute heel, loved playing the heel role, but the crowd, he just, it didn't matter what he did at that time, that he could not get the crowd to hate him. So if you think about it, right, this match does have its significance because it changed two wrestlers' careers and two guys who were in prominent spots. I mean, I watched the match. I rewatched it a couple days ago. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they were able to brawl out into the crowd, like I said, you had the innovation with Brett hitting the sharpshooter on the ring. There was the blood and gore element, but I don't know, guys. I mean, I think this could have easily gone to Shawn and Razor. It could have gone to, it could have gone to the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. It could have gone to Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair. I mean, I don't know. I think this definitely deserves a spot, but not this spot.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with that. I don't think it needs to be first. I don't think it should be first, but you know, my opinion don't matter in that factor. They're going to put what they want in there, how they want to do it, and that's fine. That's you got to think about Mania. We got 41 coming up, so you got 40 years of past Manias. Oh God, lots and lots of matches that not only were either just a mark or a statement on the card, but ones that stole it, like blew it out the water. And you know, when you think about this match, it's happening at a time the wrestling industry is changing. You figure from 96 to 98, the whole landscape of professional wrestling made this ginormous transition between WCW and ECW and WWF at the time, now WWE. This is one of those matches that laid the groundwork for wrestling in general. It laid the groundwork for these two individuals moving forward. You got to think, 97 was a very, very wild and pivotal year for Austin and Hart. Austin started the year off, like you said, he's a heel. He's, you know, coming into that Stone Cold. He's still getting the niche for that Stone Cold gimmick. He's still putting himself out there. He's still getting rowdy. Here we go, Mania 13. He ends as the face now, transitioning into the rest of 97, you know, with all the iconic things he did through 97, leading into 98. Okay? And then, of course, pivotal for Hart. He starts Mania that year as the face. He leaves Mania as a heel. And by November, he's in WCW.
Well, I got to thinking about it the other night after me and him were actually talking about it, but since it's the very first ever match, do you think that it should be something that was from WWF, now WWE, or should it be anything in general, including WCW?
That's a good point.
Mm.
They own the rights to
That's what I got to thinking about the other night.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is it going to be matches? Is it going to be moments? Is it going to be segments? Like, there's been some legendary fucking promos that deserve their spot.
Right.
Like Jake the Snake, his promos are legendary. John Cena, his promos are legendary. Yeah, the CM Punk with the pipe bomb. It may be controversial, but it's legendary. I mean, I think that they've blown the door open super wide on what can actually go into the Hall of Fame now. I mean, come on, dude, for years, they've been putting shit into the Hall of Fame that is inconsequential. Like the celebrity wing, unnecessary. It does not belong. You took this long to start giving flowers to the meat and potatoes, not just the guys, but the body of work.
Well, I agree with the whole, there's so many different routes that they can go down into. I mean, especially with the women's movement, like how you were saying, to play off of you for a second. There's been so many different things. I mean, look at Vince McMahon being blown up in the limousine.
You're right. Like, there are a lot of iconic moments. Like, one for me, I thought was absolutely epic. And there's no real one particular moment. There were so many. When DX spray painted the fucking plane. That, to me, was hilarious.
Well, like we said, guys, let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you guys think. Now, I got a little special treat for y'all. So, I would like to know what would happen. What would happen if we could roll back the clocks and run this match one more time? So, what I'm going to do, something very special for the fans here. I am going to simulate this match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin, just to see who would win, who would come out on top today. Again, leave us comments in the comment section below. Let us know who you think would win this if it was run back again today. Obviously, we know that they couldn't get in the ring. They're seasoned at this point, but just for my own curiosities. Anyway, guys, I am your host and co-founder TBK. This has been Ringside Pulse, QHT, Quick Hot Takes. I am joined by Chris Craven and London Lee for Ringside Pulse. See ya.
See ya.